Chef Andrew Parker joining us from Chef Parker Catering. You were tasked by the team at Roast in the Mercer block to help them develop a new menu for their coffee shop.
Yeah, it's been an interesting concept with pairing coffee and food, and also their nighttime menu. They feature wine there as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things to do is match food and wine.
I love it. Okay, so we want to get to it. We're going to see a pairing here. Is it fair to say one of them kind of a snack or tapas pairing, and then one of them kind of a dessert one?
Yeah, so here I got the tenderloin sliders, and it's just with focaccia, red pepper aioli, and arugula. And like the reason why I chose the arugula is like it has a natural pepper taste to it, so you don't really have to season your meat too much.
No, this is a tenderloin you've got here, Chef?
Yeah.
No, it's interesting. I guess with the typical slider prep, people expect it to look like a mini burger patty, but you're keeping it loose or chopped.
Yeah, it's a nice open-faced dish. It's nice to share, and it's, I guess, the high-end slider.
Did sharing go into your development of this menu just because it's the sort of coffee and wine bar type place where people are going to meet and hang out?
It's a nice relaxed atmosphere, and people like to go in there, enjoy a nice cup of coffee, a nice glass of wine, and like especially with the second dish, it's a real intimate dish with the build your own dessert.
So is there thinking that goes into this that pairs a meat slider with coffee, or is this more what you're thinking with wine?
More with wine, and then like when I'm drinking wine, you know, I think of the first things that come to my mind when I'm drinking that wine, and arugula was one of them, and focaccia was the other.
Okay, so you're kind of playing on the, you find the sort of peppery flavor in that wine that'll pair up nicely with the arugula. Yep. So you're pairing the veg and the beef.
Yep.
Okay, now what's in this aioli?
This is simply just roasted red pepper and mayo.
Okay, so people could make something like that at home, hey?
Yeah, making mayo is actually one of the simplest things to make.
Oh, you actually make the mayo from scratch as well?
Yeah, just egg yolks and oil and a little bit of Dijon to give it some kick.
Okay, good stuff. And are you going to want to cook, I mean, is this meat, are you going to want to get that to well done, or would you do it because it's a nice cut? Would you do it to like a medium rare or medium?
I like it to a medium, but I guess it's really personal preference too, right?
You don't have to cook it all the way through, right?
No, I'm more of I like my steak rare person, but that's just me.
Is there a specific wine that you would pair with this? I mean, if you think pepper, I mean, do you go with a wine that's kind of like, you're gonna pop a little bit more, like maybe a Pinot or something like that? Or would you go with a big one? You think beef, you think a cab, or something a little bit bolder?
Well, with the Pinot, like a lot of the flavor profile is a spicy kind of berry, earthy flavor, so the pepper really went well with that, and the rosemary and the focaccia with that spiciness from the wine.
Or maybe a Zinfandel too?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've got these dessert sliders.
Yeah, so this is an intimate dish that we created. It comes with a little shot of espresso at the end of it. So when you get this dish served to you, you just sit there with each other and you build the dish. Like it comes on the plate. That's the finished product how I like it, but you guys can.
This doesn't look like standard kiwi slices here, Chef.
They're all roasted.
All roasted? So you roast fruit?
Yeah.
Or just like on a baking sheet and then...
Yeah, or you put tin foil over your grill.
Okay.
And it gives it that roast flavor to it.
And you just roast it till you see it appear as though it has been impacted by the heat, not because you don't really have grill marks here, obviously.
No, you want that sugar to start caramelizing and that water to get out of it, so it's not soggy.
Okay. Now, what are some of the options that you've put out here?
Now, the topping that I have for this is a pureed grape, and this is something that you can make at home. So it's just the pureed grape. You saute that, and you add your thickening agent of cornstarch and a little bit of whiskey to give it that flair and some acid.
I love it. Chef, thanks for being here.
Thank
We're going
you.
to dive into these sliders as we head to break. Of course, you can find this menu. It's been out since Thursday at Roast in the Mercer block. And you can find out more about what Chef does by following the Inside BT links on our website. We're back with more The Winning Beef and the Bouquet of the Week coming up right after this.